You're listening to the Car Pro Insider Podcast, episode 10, where we're talking about quality video creation and 5 tips for you to create better quality DIY videos now. Let's do it. Hey, what's up? I'm Robert Wiseman, and I have helped car sales professionals from around the world sell more cars by building their personal brands, attracting high-quality car buyers, and becoming the go-to car guy or gal in their marketplace. So what does it take to become the car sales professional that people are lining up to do business with? This is the Car Pro Insider. Hey, what's up? I am so glad you're here. This is the Car Pro Insider Podcast. This is the podcast that if you're in automotive sales, where you're going to get proven strategies, outside of the box creative ideas, and the latest, greatest resources, tools, and all that jazz that will help you step your game up in automotive sales and become the go-to car guy, gal in your marketplace. I am your host. I am Robert Wiseman. And I am super pumped that you're here for episode 10. You know, it seems like yesterday I kicked this thing off, right? Which I have, and it's been just weekly, so I'm 10 weeks in. You know, I've been lucky enough and having a great time working on a lot of other people, helping them create with their podcasts. The experiences that I was able to catch, you know, working with Cirillo and building up the dealer playbook, which, by the way, check them out. Had Gary V on last week as the time of recording this. Shit was tight, man. One of my favorite podcasts of last week, definitely. But the experiences I got in there have taught me a lot, way more about podcasting than most people do. Not to toot my own horn, but nonetheless, so having a blast with that. I'm glad you're here. If it's your first time here, check this out. And if you like it, subscribe on iTunes, anywhere that you can find podcasts, Stitcher Radio, SoundCloud. But if you're on iTunes, hook it up and write a review if you dig it. And even if you don't, just let me know, you know, for real. I'm not going to get upset about it. I want to hear it, but head over and do that. I would really appreciate it. In this episode, again, we're going to go into video creation. I'm going to, and mostly focused in on mobile, because here's the thing. There's so many different cameras out there. There's so many different levels of it and ways you can spend money when it comes to creating video. But if I know you, right, you probably keep one of the latest and freshest smartphones, most likely the iPhone. If not that's nothing, one of the Samsungs, or, you know, Androids, whatever else is out there, right? So I know it's something fresh, and the camera on that, mixed with a few different applications, accessories and whatnot, combined with that, can make some real smoking ass quality video for the web that will definitely kick the competition's ass with whatever they're doing, and it will definitely, you know, skyrocket and position your brand as the go-to, and in the end, of course, sell you more cars, right? So this episode right here, I'm going to dive into 5 key tips for you to really crank up your video creation quality. And this is all from your mobile phone. You're going to love this. Let's get into it. Listen, I'm not going to waste your time here diving into talking about why doing video is so valuable for your business. Come on, man. We should know that. If not, go to robertwiseman.com. That's WIESMAN.com/10, and there'll be links and whatnot back to other episodes and other pieces of content that are about why you should be doing video and the kind of results that have been, you know, people have accomplished using video. Nonetheless, that's not what we're going to talk about here in episode 10. I want to talk about the quality and creating quality video. Right, because a lot of these videos you see from car sales professionals or dealerships, whether they're posting it on Facebook, but more importantly on YouTube and trying to optimize it and trying to use it as a branding marketing piece, right? Like some of them are as crappy as like the old bootleg movies you would buy that were like handy cammed in the movie theater, where you would see the dude, you'd be watching whatever it is, and you'd see somebody stand up and walk out of the theater theater while you're trying to watch it. You know what I mean? That kind of quality. And with more people doing video, and the video space and YouTube space in general becoming more crowded every single day, it's very important to make yours stick out or make people watch them longer as well, right, once they're there. And the way you do that is by creating quality, paying attention to the certain parts and aspects of the video to produce I'm not saying it's got to be like Spielberg, type stuff, right? James Cameron, no. I'm just saying, like, just good enough for the web, though. Like, what the web's calling for, what the consumer, what your marketplace has grown to expect on the web during their other experiences, right? So that's what I'm going to go into is 5 tips for you to up your video quality off mobilely, right, today, tomorrow, very easily. Number 1 is going to be invest in audio quality, whether you're using the iPhone, Android, Samsung, I don't care what kind of camera you're using, pay attention to the audio. Again, I'm going to focus more on the mobile creation because that's something you have at your fingertips right now that you can start creating video now. Because everybody has that phone. You don't have to give yourself the excuse that, oh, I need to get equipment. I don't have the right stuff. I don't have the right that. Like, that's just an excuse not doing. You need to start creating now, right? So let's talk about audio quality when it comes to using a mobile device, whether it's the latest iPhone, one of the newer iPhone models, Samsung model, whatever else, right? I am iPhone 6 Plus S, I believe, whatever that is now. That's basically, you can assure that I'm on the latest and greatest iPhone product. I'm a mark like that for that. But anyway, that device can produce insanely great quality video, right? But the audio on it, the native audio is it's shady, right? It doesn't sound great. Audio is going to bounce somebody off your video quicker than anything else, right? When they land on it, press play, and your audio is coming through like wind, and it's like, I'm so glad to hear. You know what I mean? It's just poor quality and just as ridiculous, right? Or it's like it sounds like you're seeing something and like the audio totally doesn't sound like it belongs there. You know what I mean? Like that stuff doesn't work. So you want to invest in quality audio. Now, if you're using any kind of mobile device, which that's what I'm talking about, that's all you need. You can bang out some insanely great videos just using your mobile with everything I'm going to talk about here. But I use the audio, it's called the Audio-Technica Pro 70. All right, now this is like a lapel type microphone, but it hooks through XLR, and then you have to get this other thing called the iRig. It's like a preamp that you can plug into your phone, use it, and then you can plug in like any type of XLR. Microphone XLR is the cable that most high quality mics run off of. Boom, you can hook that now into any of your phones, right? Whether you have the iPhone or any of the others, the iRig will convert it over. So what that does is that allows you to capture the audio from this high quality mic. So you're going to deliver high quality audio, which is going to keep people engaged to your video and keep them on your video longer than if your audio quality was whack. You get it? So get on your quality. This is the high end. You know what I mean? That mic's probably about 100, 115, and the iRig's probably 30 or 40 bucks. So I mean, there's other solutions that are made just for mobile devices. But I mean, this one is, I know for a fact this one works great and always will deliver top-notch audio, whether you're inside, outside, wherever. All right, 2 is do not use the native mobile camera application. Now, again, I'm an iOS user, right? I use the latest iPhone. The camera on that thing is sick. Bro, you'd have to be a trained video eye to be able to tell the difference between footage off of each. And that's what I want hope for you after you try to execute on some of this stuff. So the go-to application that you want to be using for a camera, and here's, well, first off, the native camera is great and it's cool It's got the slow-mo and all that cool stuff, but there's so much other customizations that you can do with the higher end cameras like the DSLRs and things like that, that there's applications out there that you can apply that to the iPhone's camera. And my go-to is called Movie Pro. At the show notes for this, robertwiseman.com/10, you can catch some links to some tutorials on that. I'll link into this post, but that's the one I love. There's another, it's about $5. There's another one called Filmic Pro that a lot of people like, but I love Movie Pro, and you can do so many cool features that will help enhance the quality of your video that tremendously, that the native app just doesn't have those capabilities, at least in this update that we have right now in iOS at the time of recording this. And if you have one of those other phones, you don't have an iPhone, which a lot of cases, I mean, I'm so surprised the people that do today. Everybody's got an iPhone. If you don't, hey, no big deal. I mean, props to whatever you like to use. It doesn't matter to me. But there's just research apps. I'm sorry, I don't have the best type of native app for those devices, but if you see those, maybe they make them for those as well, right? For Android software, for whatever Samsung's doing, they make them for other providers. So check out Movie Pro or Filmic Pro, or just Google it and get some reviews on the best camera application for your device, plain and simple. Number 3 is stabilize the video, right? The selfie arm, walking around, holding the camera yourself, shaking it around like there's an earthquake going down, and nobody likes to watch that. It gives you a headache. It's terrible. It's a poor experience. Like, that's gonna bounce me out right after bad audio would, right? So all you need to do for that is use a tripod. First off, by all means, use a tripod. And if you need something as a stabilization device to walk around the hold if you're going around the vehicle, my favorite, and now you can use this is for Android users, Samsung users, any other provider, and also latest iPhones. It's called the iOgrapher, iOgrapher, iOgrapher filmmaking case. First off, I went into this thing when I saw a photo of Steven Spielberg holding this with his iPhone 6 Plus inside of it, and he was using it to capture just clips for location scouting for a new film. And I was like, oh, bro, if Steven's using it, I'm definitely using it. I picked it up. I think it was like $99. It all depends on the type of phone you have. The prices vary. I have the 6 Plus S latest iPhone, so mine was around $100. But this thing is awesome. Again, robertwiseman.com/10. I will have links to these and photos and more that you can see. That this thing is awesome. The footage, the clips that you're publishing in your video, you want them to roll smooth. That's part of the quality. They need to be planned. They need to be executed and selected during, your post-production, your editing, very carefully. You just don't want to grab them just to get it done, right? Like, that's what I mean. To make quality video, you got to invest a little bit more time, a little bit more creativity in it, right? So get that thing stabilized. Stop with the selfie videos. Now, if you're publishing something to Facebook or Facebook Live or something like that, that's just a quick personal message, that's cool. You don't got to go through this kind of setup. But for your marketing videos, your YouTube videos for on your website, videos that you want to drive you leads to become like part of your team out there on the front line, bringing prospects back to you for them, right? If you want them to do that, then there is a more of a production process that goes into it, right? So stabilize these things, guys, all right? Number 4. Now, this is one that every sales professional is guilty of, and this one including me up until a point where I decided no more, and this is script your video. Now, I'm not saying you have to script it word for word and memorize it line for line, but you need some bullets. You need some general direction of where you're going to take your video, what you want to say, what the call to action is going to be, what you're going to show, what's going to be on camera while you're saying this. That stuff needs to be planned, so it's easier to execute. Now listen, the more you script your videos, yeah, it's a little bit of more time up front, right? It might be more of a bottleneck to you. A lot of people are like, nah, just turn on the camera and go. No, the more you prepare, and I'm not saying take a lot of time, this shouldn't take long. You should sit down, script out maybe 3 different videos, bullet out 3 different videos, and then boom, go in and knock those 3 out, and then you're good for a minute, go back, do the same thing, right? The more you're prepared, the more that you're going to, the process is going to be easier. It's going to take less time, which then in turn you will be more motivated to create videos because you know you're seeing the accomplishment. You're going in there, boom, and knocking it out, right? Now, number 5, the last one, is your eyes. Anytime they're showing you on camera, always show your eyes and always be looking into the camera unless you're doing and trying to do that kind of documentary feel where you're looking off camera. But look in camera, let them see your eyes, no sunglasses, and none of these shots where you're too far away where I can't even see your eyes, right? You got to have the camera up on to where when you're on camera and it has a face, a person on camera talking, close enough to see your eyes, because that's what people build, that connection. That's where the connection, the magic starts to happen, where they feel they get to know you, is when they're looking in your eyes and you're giving off the perception that you're looking into theirs. So always eyes on camera, never sunglasses, and only if it's you on camera, right? You want to make sure that they can see your eyes, not from a distance where it's like full figure of you, you're real far away, you're standing there. That's corny, right? Your eyes need to be seen. That's where you really get the power of what video brings to the table. All right. So before we bounce for this week, let's run through a recap. Number 1, invest in audio quality. robertwiseman.com/10. You go there, you'll get links and photos of my suggestions, what I like to use, what I've tested. I've been through so many crappy products that I finally found the ones that work for me. So maybe they'll work for you too. So number 1, invest in audio quality. 2, do not use the native camera on your mobile device, right? Upgrade it. 3, stabilize the video. Tripods and a nice stabilization for if you're going to be walking with the camera, right? A rig. 4, script your video. Be prepared. The more you're prepared, the more you have it bulleted and planned out, the more videos you will create. Definitely, and the better results you will see out of them, because you won't go on that rambling spree that it's so easy for us to do, right? And 5, the final one, is always show your eyes. Eyes is where people feel comfortable, where they build a connection with you, is seeing those eyes. And that's like the powerhouse to that. That's where you're going to get the most out of video. So make sure if you're on camera, it's close enough and they can see your eyes. You're looking in the camera like you're looking into their eyes, right? All right, that's it. Episode 10, Car Pro Insider. If you like this and you haven't left me a review, subscribe and shout me out on iTunes. Give me a review, man. It would mean the world to me. Get all the resources and links in this list of video resources at robertwiseman, WISEMAN.com/10. Also access all the previous episodes of the Car Pro Insider podcast there. And until next time, keep killing it out there on those blacktops, people. I'll see you.